Alright. Whoa, wrong scene. A spooky close-up for the start. Ah, there we go. Alright, welcome back everyone to another episode of nok-nok Streams with your charming, self-proclaimed, yet still humble host nok-nok. I see the bars jumping up and down, I can see the audio going, I got the brand new camera set up, and the desktop display is not working for the third time this week in Streamlabs OBS. Alright, switching over to game capture then. Give me just a second here to switch to that. Slobs is not being great to me this week. Alright, game capture is working. Should I add more to it, Hobbit? Add some more words on there? So, I'm pretty happy that this is the brand new camera that was paid for pretty much entirely from the day that the man animal came in here and dropped like 50 subscriptions on everybody. It was some of that money that went toward this camera. The camera I was using from day one up until yesterday was this, which wasn't bad. This is your old eyeball, which wasn't bad, but this is like it was the $20 cheapest Logitech thing that they had at Staples that I bought one day. So we've moved up to a more professional cam. I do need to make sure I'm completely in the shot though. Testing. I was pretty happy with it earlier. I must have bumped it. That's pretty good. Alright. So we had just entered this Womb of Lamashtu, this very large dungeon last night, and I saw the size of it, and I was like, well, it's midnight, let's pause here.
Ready for anything.
I hope you're ready for anything. Shit's about to go down. So let's do full buffs, because this place is mine. Let's get it out.
Else we miss all the fun.
Hold on, I hit the wrong freaking... There we go. There we go. Alright, communal resist arrows, barkskin on the melee. Time to slay the goblins. So, I tried to set up a command. We'll find out if it works. If someone were to type !build, my old Grim Dawn command, it should bring up a list of what our party is. Because we've had a lot of people recently say, what's your team? And someone was like, you should make a command. I'm like, that's not a bad idea. So, next time someone asks for that, I'm going to have them try that command. And we're going to see if that works. Alright, mage armor and heroism for each of the kitty cats. Hey! Chris J with the tier 2 sub for 5 months. That guy is gonna get the golden skull the same time I do. I don't even have the golden skull yet. I lost track, I was so distracted. Thank you, Chris J, for the support. How you doing, man? I haven't talked to you in at least a few hours. Golden shower, golden skull. Ugh. Oh, enlarged person. What are they level? Are they level 8? No, they're level 10. So extended enlarge lasts for 20 minutes. Extended enlarge. So bull strength is. Bull strength would be 10 minutes. I'll save those.
So many thoughts.
Are we good on everything else? Let's turn off acid bombs. We can do... Well, no, that's going to be 10 minutes also. Oh, echolocation.
I will see this through.
I guess that's it. Alright. Oh, that. See invisibility. Just in case, because it lasts for hours. Why not? If it lasts longer than 4 hours, go see a healer. Yeah. I may have made that joke a time or 10. The thing with Streamlabs OBS is so weird, because, like, I'll start up the program, make sure it can capture display, switch to the starting soon screen, and start the stream and start getting all the other things set up I need to do the stream. And then when I do that, then switch back to display capture, it's just dark. It's just black. There's nothing else there but just darkness. Alright. Goblins are dead. And that's happened multiple times recently. I don't know what's up with that. You're gonna love my petting zoo, Hurrytron.
Interesting.
Ooh.
Ready for anything. They'll never see me coming.
Can you sneak over there and disarm that with your 0 stealth skill?
It is finished. This should do it.
I'll carve my name onto your flesh.
Let the attack commence!
Ooh, who did the 50? Wow, nok-nok did the 53. He's got like the least martial talents of anybody here. Alright, this is a weird spot. Throw some bombs. Like, Evil McMadig, at the very least, should be able to get up there.
This will hurt.
Alright. Kitty, you... Really? Alright, Cassie, move up there. Kitty, get back. Mad Dog, you've got an 11-foot range. There we go. So you should be able to help. Alright. Got McMadig up there. Alright, Valkyrie, get in front.
All the fun.
Oh, that red cap just ran away. That smells like an event or an ambush. What's going on? Is it the trap? Is that what I'm supposed to be wary of?
Enemy approaching.
Oh no, he saw me.
May I see your entrails, please?
Oh wow, that's a lot of stuff. I'm just gonna try very hard to not hit those traps. Madig, can you hit that one? Yes, you can.
Calm down.
Use your oh my gosh, heal what's her butt? Get angry, Madig. There we go. Trying very hard to not step on those 2 traps that we've already spotted. Alright. Turn off your rage, save that. Cassie, try to get disarming.
A trivial matter. It is finished.
Alright.
In due time.
Alright, let's use some of our free daily heals on Cass. Oh, we can loot the red cap too.
We will be victorious! Burn! Slice! Behead!
Oh my gosh, I did not real. Is he dead? Oh no! If it's been only a few seconds, I can res him, and it's no big deal. Oh, shoot. come on, come on, come on. Yes! Oh, shoot. He's getting AO'd immediately, though. I don't know how well this is, if he's going to stay alive or not. Can't rage again. He's still exhausted. Put aid on Chuck. Alright, Chuck's alive, but unconscious. Alright, do another directed blast. Okay. That was rough. So Chuck actually died, so he lost all his buffs, but I rezzed him within a few seconds with Breath of Life, so I didn't have to pay the exorbitant resurrection fee.
It is finished.
Alive but unconscious, my fave. Oh, it's a giant slug. What do they use? Acid damage, I think?
Did you like that?
Oh, nice. Didn't even have to do the acid resist or anything. It's just over. Fuckity bye. Your name's Chuck? For real, Harry? We're one step closer to hacking your bank accounts. Your security question, what's your first name? I know this one. Shock, greatsword +1.
What do I spy?
As it should be.
Alright, so you lost your heroism when you died. Let's put that back up. Hold position. Val.
I crave for adventure.
Die, die, die!
What is... Oh, he's spitting. Oh, we've got immunity to poison on everyone except Chuck, who just died. Ooh! 33 damage to Val. And she's got the insane armor. That's a shocker. Hey, White Tiger, how's it going, man? Yo, that slug has landed 2 hits on Val already. Oh, shoot.
Let the attack commence!
Okay. Whew.
I will not falter.
Let's do a few single target heals on her. Until we use up the last of our free heals for the day.
In due time.
Hope you put me in charge of the brewery district. It doesn't let me use good characters as advisors, my friend. I want to. I want them to give me all the advice. Did I... Saying that I missed a treasure over here in the first room of this place. Let's go check that out.
I know what to do.
Let's go ahead and do this.
All according to plan.
He's got 5 blesses, and each one lasts for 10 minutes at this level, so I can get a lot of blessing.
Follow my lead.
Ooh, entering the dreamland
Your
plants.
secrets can escape my prying gaze.
Dead end. Okay. I think that's the exit to this place after you clear the whole thing.
Focus on
Still
the
got 17 bombs,
Our time
8
has
channels. We still have 1 more res as long as we're fast. Table flip.
In due time.
Oh, White Tiger, we got the new camera today. It shipped 4 days earlier than Amazon told me it would. So now you got Muckluckin'. 60 frames per second, 720p.
Certain.
Woo!
May I see your entrails, please?
What a fight!
Oh man. Oh man, alright. Hold on.
Let's try this way. This
Build
will do.
yourself open.
Hold and hold. I don't want anyone stepping on that trap.
A calculated risk.
Alright. Nobody move!
A
There we
trivial
go.
matter.
Oh, 240
As it should be.
XP. That was worth struggling to not hit. Alright. What's in the box? Talon Warrior's dog tag.
All according to plan.
It is finished.
Lots of money, lots of money. No money,
I
no
was successful
problems.
at my fate is finished.
Headband of Inspired Wisdom +4. What you? Oh, you got the phylactery. You're not. Yeah, we're not taking that off. What do you have? 200 weight capacity and +2 to skill checks. If I give you the headband we just got, muckaluckaluck, what? What would that do for your spells per day if I do this? 2, 4, 5, 7. Okay. So if I put this back on, 1, 4, 5, 6. So I get one more tier 4 spell and one more tier 1 spell. Okay, that's not worth the loss at this time. Probably save that for an advisor. Look at this. The grants the wearer and the monsters summoned by them cold resist 30 and vulnerable to fire. That's interesting. Dex belt, con, +4 to Dex and con. Upgrade for her. Upgrade for him. Let's give that to him. Alright. Nat armor 2, mesmerizing. Nat armor 1. Alright, I think we're good. Oh, there's a recipe.
In due time.
We've learned onion soup. Heat water. Place onion in water. Voila. Alright, I think the only route left to go is this passage up to the north now. How are all of y'all doing? Hope you had a good Monday. Hope you got through it okay. All limbs intact. I say all limbs, not all 4 limbs. I don't want to trigger the people that have less than 4 limbs. I believe you're correct in taking martial prof with the Inquisitors. Well, I was going to, and someone yelled at me, "Don't do it! There's a good spear, don't do
No
it!"
mistakes.
Shoot. Greater invis on her.
Time's not wasted.
Hey, hold on.
A
Nice.
trivial matter.
Nice. Okay.
The road calls
Valkyrie.
us. Blood! Burn! Slice! Behead!
Oh, she actually got hit? Oh my.
Ha!
This will hurt. Let's try this way.
Alright, let's turn that off. Just use your bow. Alright, took a tiny amount of damage with her.
I am prepared.
Found a really good flail. Oh, flail's not a reach weapon. That doesn't tickle my fancy.
Shall we move?
Oh my gosh! Ambush! Help me, lizards! I need you. Use Bane. Whew. Alright, Bane off. I should have activated a rage there too. I didn't think about it in time. Alright, we have a door.
Interesting.
We have a box with a lot of money in it. What's in the box? Frost composite longbow +1. And another door thing.
We will be victorious.
What? Oh no, a swarm! Get out the bombs! It's not a tumor!
This should do it.
Alright, the swarms are dead. Switch back to bow. Oh wow, we only have 2 haste left? I thought we'd love more than that. Huh. Use one channel. Primal Spider Matriarch. Yo, all these misses. Oh, I was just about to resort to using grenades. And then it would politely died on me. Mushrooms. You gonna tell me about this flail, White Tiger, or just leave me in suspense for the rest of the stream? You should also get the answer why you can't use red scrolls on your main character during this quest.
Follow my lead. I spy. What do I spy?
Bracers of armor +4 and some potions. I'm waiting for another big spider
That
ambush.
is not far.
We will.
There you are, you little shit. Oh no. No.
Burn! Slice! Behead!
She just got hit by 2 sneak attacks. Oh my gosh. Swarms, okay. Back to auto cast channel energy. Okay, he's dead. Can't do that. Fudge. Chuck was the only person that didn't have immunity to poison because he died earlier. and he just got like riddled with poison. Is his con 0? No, it's not 0. Okay, nice. I got Breath of Life on him in time. Guys, use everything, and then we will rest after this if we need to. Chuck just got hit with an... Yo, wow! Friggin' smart spiders.
This will hurt.
Chuck just got so much stat damage. Oh my lord. Leave you in suspense, but the save is like -1 to AC and saves Winky Face. The save? I don't know what you're talking about. You went from talking about res scrolls to saves? If you're talking about the flail, I don't get why a flail gives you -1 AC.
A trivial matter.
Delta physical form +4, 4 to dex and con. I think that's an upgrade for her. Yes, it is. Alright, what's his stat damage? -9 dex, -6 con. Holy poop.
I need to concentrate. Becoming distracted leads to becoming dismembered.
Alright. Let's just... What tier spell is this? That's fine. We can use a lot of these up. It'll take a hot minute though. Ooh, 4 dex on that cure. 4 con. You should be able to see the value of the damage on that little tooltip. 2 dex.
I stand ready.
Now she's got some loaded too. Nice! I didn't even have to use a full restoration with the diamond dust. Okay, well that's 2 deaths in here, but I managed to Breath of Life in time both times, so I didn't have to really use any materials on those deaths. Oh, mushrooms. It's fine, we can leave the mushrooms. It's fine. Alright. Alright, I do still need to rest before any big fights. I used most of my proverbial resources there just a moment ago. Stolen lands are dangerous. Investigate your surroundings. Gather any clues as to what may await you and prepare your party for the challenge. Clues like, do giant slugs spit acid? Should we prepare? If we roll in acid enough, will we be immune to the acid? Come on.
Carve my name into your flesh.
Oh gosh. I guess I should have rested in the last room, friends.
This should do it.
Wait, why is she back at 25 bombs? She's still out of channels, but it's acting like she just rested. She was at 0 bombs a minute ago. Whoa, y'all see that? 104 cleaving finish. No, actually, I was lawful, so I was able to tell Keston to stay in line, and I sent Keston to the capital. Then I went to the capital, and I saved the capital, and then I came here. Oh man, I can only do one rest? Shoot, maybe I should save it then. Alright, I need to start stocking more rations.
All according to plan.
You get to rest at the gnome anyway soon. Does that count as a real rest? If so, great. I know what you're talking about, but I didn't know that that counted as an actual rest. She's coming. Woo.
In due time.
I already know what to do here, but even then, this is not a fun level.
Get ready. Listen to me, trespasser. You sought a kingdom. I seek something simpler. Apology. Get ready.
Get ready, get
As you
scared.
sought to steal a kingdom for yourself, so must you do again. 1,000 times over. For a theft, a true theft, must be practiced to be earned. It will be a lengthy task. This is how it shall be measured. Make ruins of kingdoms. When each is dust, the grains shall gather in this vessel. When 1,000 grains are gathered, bring it before us as an offering, so that an eldest may sip from it. When that is done, your trespass shall be forgiven.
Where will I find so many nations? It is...
An impossible task? No! Let your unrequited love guide you. Guided you to your first kingdom, so it shall again. Seek it, hunt for it, lust for it. Let the emptiness inside you become your deadliest weapon. It is not an impossible task. After all, what use is an apology that cannot ever be given?
Okay. I've seen it before, but that part's pretty neat. Mainly because of the big ball of fire talking. Alright. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. There was some new news on Grim Dawn today. I posted that on our forums. Our Discord. It was a pretty cool
That
read.
is not far.
Not sure exactly when the new expansion comes out, but I'm looking forward to that among other things. Magical lantern, there we go. Season of Bloom, solve the old gnome's riddle. Alright. Get the bones.
Ready for
And
anything.
of course it's pouring down rain now. Let's get our buffs back up. I know there's a few legitimate fights up ahead, and we are still in hard mode, so I don't want to get popped.
I am prepared. Ready for anything.
We're up heroism. Resist arrows. Bark skin the melee.
I will see this through.
Alright, bark skin's done on everybody. Neutralize poison. See invisibility. Now mage armor and heroism on each of the Smilodons. I think if this game had like load screens like that, I would be willing to play unfair mode. But I know unfair mode would be a lot of loading screens because of like reloading and stuff when things don't go right. And because of how this game is right now, I don't know if I'm willing to try that. Alright. Is that it? We got everything we need?
I know what to do.
Road calls.
Let's shake a
Time's
leg.
not waiting.
I think we do.
I know what to do.
Alright, where's the magical lantern? Magical lantern. There we go. So this allows us to walk through here without being teleported.
The road calls me. I will take the bait.
Rain giving you like a 90% slow is so fun. Oh shoot, turn off channel. You throw some bombs, you rage. That thing landed like 4 hits on her in a row. Temporarily drains levels from Valkyrie? Holy poop. Plus 32 to its attack roll. Damn. Alright. She had 42 AC, so I guess I need to make use of defensive stance a little bit more, because this stuff is hit really high attack ratings. Luckily we weren't using the monk. He would have been almost dead. Pretty much when she's half dead, the monk would have died. It's so quiet here, I can't even hear my own heartbeat. Is my heart still beating in my chest, or have they taken that from me too? Cursed, cursed, alone in silence. What am I to do? What? Alright, we got the poison water stuff. Trap. Oh no! Stop trying to step on the trap. At least in Divinity, they auto-path around stuff you've already revealed.
A calculated risk. This will hurt.
Ooh, 110. Nice crit. Probably, Enigmatic. Whew. That hurt.
Focus on the goal.
Try this again. Those enraged Dwemer owlbears or whatever. Those are nasty.
In due time.
Interesting. A trivial matter.
90 XP for each of these things we disarm.
I'll carve
Oh,
my
another
name
one.
onto your flesh.
She makes short work of those things though with a bomb.
It is finished. Let's try this way.
One bomb per swarm, pretty much.
It is finished.
God, so many of these things.
A trivial matter. What a find.
Let's
Oh my gosh. We're getting XP at least.
It is finished.
This damn hallway's gonna take a while though.
It is finished. A trivial matter.
I spy.
Enemy
Who do
approaching.
I spy?
Yeah, for anyone here who doesn't know the rules on swarms, they don't have an attack roll. They simply do damage to everything touching them every turn. It's you're gonna get hit. That's it. The end.
All according to plan.
No one will ever see my tears again, neither mortals of Galarian nor the one who cursed me. You wish to see me, my lady? My skylark, your song is so sad today. What troubles you? Your last order, my lady, it frightens me. The seed of an ever-blooming flower is almost prepared as you requested, but what will it bring? The flower contains immense power, power from which immense evil can be born. Monsters erupting on Galarians by the hundreds in a crowded street, a busy tavern near a baby's crib. Yeah, that's happening right now. Or in people's stomachs, you jerks. That's exactly what I need. He wanted to see kingdoms in ruins. He will.
I stand ready.
Thing is, if you were trying to destroy 1,000 kingdoms, you'd have to destroy like all the kingdoms on Earth many, many times over. And it's like, if all the kingdoms started to fall, and any time like a new kingdom would start to form, it would fall too. People would be like, oh yeah, the world's cursed. Let's just not gather in groups bigger than X
We
number.
will be victorious.
Die, die, die! Ha!
I feel like that's how it would go down. Let's do dire wolves this time. Oh, what? Spell failed. This triggers it. Look at this. The summon lizard icon is the Berlani. The summon scorpion icon is the wolves. The summon snake icon is the lizards. And that's the lizard icon. Oh, are you still using bombs? You can calm down with those. Alright, so now we need to take the lantern off. And then zone. We'll go through the lantern portal. And I think we should be able to see the ever-blooming flower. Oh, it's another fight. How about that? I just hit hold position like 4 times. Oh. Okay, okay. Where is it? There's resist fire. Let's turn on defensive stance for a moment because she's getting hit a whole lot by that thing. Alright, ancient wyverns are down. Drop poison from the lake on the petals.
Stand with me.
Oh, dang. Yo. Cast, freaking move. Alright, haste. Purple Dwemer Owlbear is apparently quite nasty. Stolen lands need order at any cost. Alright.
Together we stand.
This part I'm a bit intimidated by. We have to split up the party. You push through the you push through this part fast. Did you kill the Albert tree on the east side of the map? I don't think I did. I mean, I can go do that now. The thing was, is I had done this before, and the first time I did it, it took me a long time because I didn't know how to do it. This time I knew how to do it, and I tore through it pretty quickly. Oh, I've got to go. I gotta equip the lantern and. Where is it? Ugh. Wait, no, I don't need the lantern. I need to have it off when I go through this. Yeah, first time I did it, when I clicked on the fire that you rest at by the gnome, Zurin, it crashed my game. Just out to the main menu, and it displayed an error message. And I was like, oh man, that fire is buggy. I should, whatever I do, I should not touch the fire. And I didn't realize you had to rest, at that time, I didn't know that resting at the fire was part of the puzzle. And that I needed to relaunch my client to unbug it. And I was just like, I just need to figure this out without resting. And I spent like an hour running around here getting really frustrated. And finally I Googled it, and as soon as I saw the word rest with the bird, and I was just stopped reading, and I was like, I get it. And then I relaunched the game. I was fortunate that it fixed it, and then I was able to move on and get past this point. But I had spent like an hour running around here getting angry. Currently lurking, you would greatly appreciate a lurk back. Lurk back. Yeah, I'm happy to add you to my list when I'm not actively streaming. I will get you back. I'll get you a lurk back, lurk back.
That is not far.
See if there's anything. Oh, poisonous primal manticore. Sure, balance in front.
The attack commence.
All right, now everyone go ham. Have you rage. Have you throw some bombs. Even with all the excessive armor I've gotten on Val, she's got about 50% chance to avoid getting hit right now versus the attack rolls that these opponents have.
I will not falter.
Alright. 240 XP for each of those mana cores, that's nice. Alright, let me check on... I think there might be one more thing here. I'll check on that. So I just took the lantern off, and I'm going to go through the fog again, so it flips me into the... I don't know what to call it. The mirror world. If we're going to quote Doctor Strange. The mirror world. Let's see... And then we're going to put the lantern back on. As soon as I find where it went. There it is. So it's after the grenades in the belt.
Let's shred them.
Doom Spider. Stop. The freaking summoned monster is bugging us out and keeps starting combat over and over and over. I hate that.
May I see your entrance?
You don't need to go through the inventory screen each time. Whoever is wearing it, you can check their abilities tab.
I crave for adventure.
I am prepared.
Thank you. If it wasn't already apparent, I did not know that. That is very, very useful. Alright, I think we're ready to head back over to the zone line. How's our XP bar? Like a third of the way through 10. One remaining summoned lizard.
In due time.
Yeah, honestly, because of that bug, where they keep starting combat over and over and over, if that just stays in the game, I will never play a monster tactician again. It's extremely irritating when you're trying to set up an engage. Alright, let's save some grenades because you're so low. Okay, you should be fighting right now. There we go. Well, this is a lot of unexpected XP. I thought I'd already cleared this area.
Time's not waiting.
Follow my lead.
Alright, so as I said before, I'm not really looking forward to when we get forcibly split up, so I'm going to buff up as much as I can before we do that.
Focus
Let's
on
take
the goal.
Zoran's tip here, turn the lantern off with the belt. Nice! I like it. I do. I like it. That's the way. Okay. Oh, I didn't loot this guy. Alright, how are we gonna split up the party? I'm thinking the tank probably doesn't need the healer to go with her. Maybe like tank, inquisitor, no. Tank, alchemist, sorcerer, inquisitor with all the summons, mad dog, and
Our
cleric.
time has come.
And that way
No
each team
mistakes.
has 2 animal companions. Alright, let's do a few buffs before we go into this. First, bull strength on all the cats. Since they don't have belts of strength, this is just a pure +4 strength. And then we're gonna do animal growth. This is like my biggest hell yeah spell. That's another 8 strength, so we just added 12 strength to each cat. Alright. And... okay. Doing a quick save in case I eat it here. Haste. Let's split up and destroy the flower. Ugh, okay. Oh, I have to do it like this. Ooh. Oh no! No! Fabi! I didn't realize Fabi was standing there when she started casting. Nice! Okay, that party won. Come on, Pathfinder. You're ruining my immersion. I was immersed in this world of fantasy and you brought me back to a land of politics and taxes. I can almost see my reflection in the screen. I don't want to know about that. I don't know if you guys have
So many thoughts.
seen that meme where it's like, you know, when you watch like 10 hours of Netflix and the screen goes dark for a second and you see your own slack-jawed reflection drooling back at you and you're like, no! Wait. Oh, wait, no, this party only has 1 Smilodon. Oh,
Time's
I
not
sent
waiting.
3 with one group and 2 with another. Okay, well that wasn't great. Shoot.
No mistakes.
Let's do what we can.
Shall we move? We shall move!
Hmm. I don't know if this will stack with what she's already got. Let's try putting Greater Invis on both. Hold on.
Die, die, die!
Alright. Greater Invis is on everyone except the tank right now. Let's see how that does.
This should do it.
How long on haste? Oh, it's about to wear off. Alright. Nice, okay. I thought there was... oh yeah, okay, there's more portals opening now. I was like, I thought there was more than that. Alright.
Let the attack commence!
Oh man, the party is all weird out. This is not what I'm used to. There we go. For some reason, she's back to 10 channels. She just had a couple left a little while ago. That's like earlier when we went through that zone boundary, and this lady... there! She was like back to 25 bombs. It counted it like a rest or something. Alright. Alright, well, let's do... Oh no, we don't have any more haste. I was just say, half the party isn't hasted, so we could do another one. Still low on the number of summons we can do. Let's do this one. Just in case that Smilodon dies, just to keep it away. Nope, we're gonna be okay. Cool. That was the part I was most scared of as far as this dungeon goes, is getting through that. What did we just loot? Cypress Queen's Crown. Antiques. Okay. Hydra, eyeballs.
All according to plan.
Banded male +3 with a masterwork
Enemy
elven curve.
approaching.
Whoa!
What do I
What?
spy?
I thought we were done.
May I see your entrails, please?
Is this actually a fight? I don't even remember this. Shoot, what did I didn't want to do that. I was clicking the mouse right when this dialogue option came up. I did not want to take a part of it. Now I've basically got this world's equivalent of a nuclear bomb in my pocket. I did not want to do that. I just wanted to burn it.
It is finished.
In due time.
I just got an S-stock called
A
Hair
trivial
Splitter.
matter.
Man, I bet taking that's gonna come back to bite me later on. Some nation's gonna challenge me because they want the nuke. It just gives you a research project. If that's all it is, that's not as bad as what I'm fretting about. I just imagine people like, you know, we're gonna invade your kingdom, and I'm like, I've got the Everbloom, and they're like, oh, he's gonna make our people explode. Like I'm cold warring them. That's a verb now, by the way.
Let us not hesitate.
Let's just heal up before we start traveling. Looks like 3 of the Smilodons were seriously injured. All the players were fine. All the PCs, if you will allow such a phrase. Oh, Lindsay, you has been, Bart. Apparently it's not acceptable to insult Lindsay, guys. Alright. In 194 hours of playing this game, this is the second time I've seen this error. The first time I saw this error was... the first time I saw this error was when I was telling you about, I clicked on the fire in that phased out area and it kicked me to the login screen. It was that. God damn it. Did I don't know when I last hit the quick save button. Was it before that boss fight? Oh. I've got such a love-hate relationship with this game. I love it when it lets me play it. I hate it the rest of the time. When it's lagging, when it's loading, when it's kicking me out. Those are the times I hate it. When it doesn't let me buy build points. Damn it! Ah, man. Now, I did accidental groups earlier, but let's just do the same thing. Because it worked.
I will see this through. Stand with me.
Oh my gosh. That was a hit. Are you raged? No, you're not. You should be. Alright. Did you kill the treant in the hidden room? I don't think I killed a treant. So maybe there's a hidden room over there that I do not know about, Surin. You're welcome to tell me. Like, I don't like spoilers, but telling me about something I missed, like a secret or something, I'm okay with that.
Road calls me. I'll take the bait.
Peaceful. Oxy. No. Hey. Opna. Hey.
They won't see me coming.
Quick, quick! Else we miss all the fun!
That guaranteed damage from the alchemist is insane. Alright. Rage on. I don't know why it got turned off when you walked in here. Haste. Oh, the party window's all messed up again. There we go. Alright. Summon a bunch of stuff. Valerie, go deal with that Hydra, please. McMadig, what are you dancing around for? Just stab the thing right next to you.
I'll carve my name onto your flesh.
Alright. Since you said it was just a research project, I'll do what you said. Oh wait, I think I just said it. Oh, the text went away. You have to find another Owlbear treant like the one you just killed. It's got a perception check inside the trunk of a tree. In one of the versions of the map on the east side. Okay. Alright, well, I obviously missed it, but if I play this again, I will remember that. Alright, banded mail +3. Is that an upgrade for anybody?
Adventure.
What is this? Vest of 100 pockets. +2 studded leather with +5 to trickery. Unfortunately, my lockpicker is using +2 to attack roll on bombs. So I don't think anyone's going to be using that. So he can't use banded. She can. So 1 armor lower, it looks like. Oh, because it should be the same, but she's got the feat to where when she's wearing heavy mail, or heavy plate mail, she gets 1 additional AC. So her feat's kicking in with that one. That's what's going on. Alright. I'm gonna quick save while they're running. In case, heaven forbid, that bug happens again, so that we don't have to do that fight a 3rd time. Is that the end of this act? I don't remember if there was anything more to Act 3. I remember I felt like Act 4 was just like, go, 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 and, you know, there was no time for any breaks or anything like that. Alright. Alright, we don't insult Lindsay this time during the load screen. because we want to actually get through the load screen. Breaking news, server coming down for a 24-hour rollback for all save games in 2 minutes. We would be switching to a different game, Pwok. At least for the night. I mean, God, I know you're joking, but that would suck. 24-hour rollback would be everything this stream and 3/4 of last stream. That'd be awful. Alright, I'm guessing it's just go back to town. Streets of the capital. It feels like this stuff's written out of order. Head back to the capital. We kill the big owlbear. Find the captain of the guard. The scenes are like... So you're supposed to read this like bottom to top? Except it's like you read going upward and then back to the little section. It's like an upside down indentation chart or whatever those are called. Alright, it doesn't directly say. I'm guessing I need to get back to town. Oh yeah, I never talked to Tristan in town for that thing. Okay, well, I'm assuming I need to run back to town right now. Is this thing part of Silverstep? No, because I don't have the claim lands thing. Actually, you know what? I don't even remember if I ever claimed Silverstep. I don't think I did because of all the crap that was going on. Can I claim this thing? No, I cannot. I bet I can claim that down there, though. Oh, Kingdom. Alright. The Kingdom load screen, like, to the table is much faster when you're not in the capital than when you are. I don't know why. So I'm gonna check that while we're out here. And unless it tells me, you know, go back to the throne room immediately, then I'll keep running around. Back in the day of Asheron's Call, they had a 2-week rollback because of an in-game cache error. Sell something NPCs would drop on ground. Oh, well, yeah. Okay. They're really rare, but you occasionally get those games where something just completely ruins the economy. And you hear about stuff like that. Research it. 90 days? You would lose your person for 90 days. Hot damn. Okay, yeah, so I never did claim Silverstep. That'd be awful. Oh, this is random, but yeah, you know, yesterday we had that scene in the game where the goblin was trying to get me to run through the bear traps, and I disarmed all the bear traps, and he's like, "Oh, you got through," and I killed him. And I was like, guys, that was self-defense. He tried to kill me with bear traps. And someone was like, that's not going to hold up in court. And then somebody else said, somebody said that's not going to hold up in court. And then I told the story of my son who, in self-defense, when he's a 6-year-old, he yanked a chair out from under a kid at school and hurt the kid. And someone in chat said, your son's chaotic evil. And I told that story at work today, and one of my coworkers is like, you think that's chaotic evil? You think your son is chaotic evil? He said, I spent a good chunk of time yesterday cutting a jack-o'-lantern. I turn around and I hear a splat. And I look back around, and my 5-year-old has crushed the jack-o'-lantern with a hammer. And I was like, why did you do that? He's like, I don't know. I really didn't like it. It's like, you little shit. I spent an hour carving that thing. Varask the Wild Fist. An elderly half-orc looks at you without friendliness. His clothes are covered with spots. He looks exhausted and sickly. What are you... Can't you see Master Varask is not well? On my last legs. Go along. Leave me to my unhappy fate. I don't think I've ever met this guy. Despite the cantankerous tone, there is certain confidence in the half-orc's voice, especially in how proudly he spoke the word master. What happened to you? What happened? It was a calamity! I was going about my business, and then I fell ill, cut down by a fever. I'd been burning up for 3 weeks. I thought I would die more than once. A local merchant saved me, a kind soul, damn him. He saved me, but not for free. Took everything I had as payment, even my precious work tools, the last of my treasures. I'm useless like this. What good am I to anyone? But if I got my tools back, I'd be quite alright. I used to make such weapons and armor. They sold faster than I could make them. But without my tools, I'm useless. If you try to use a regular hammer to forge like I do, you just ruin a good thing. I'd bend the tongs, I wouldn't make anything worth putting my name to. That trickster got everything I had. Listen, I can tell you got money. Maybe you need an armorer. If you help me, I'll serve you. I'll make formidable weapons for you, ones that just beg for the enemy's blood. But first I need my tools back. Okay, so he's the trade person for this place. Alright. Purchase from the vendor? Is it this vendor? 50 gold? That's it? Oh, you know what? Let's get a whole bunch of these. This is gonna weigh a bit, but... Alright. Let's sell all this non-magical stuff. That's 700 pounds off. What a load off. Javelin +2, no. Oh gosh, the inventory trade window is bugged. That's like the easiest quest ever. Spend 50 gold. Right there. Longshank Bane Spear? Isn't Longshank what goblins call people? Giants, humans, elves, orcs, and all humanoids are Longshanks. Okay. That's interesting, but I don't need it. Warhammer of Hatred. Don't need it. The Banded Mail I've already compared. Actually, I'll compare the breastplate. I don't know if that's better or not. Alright, we just lost like 800 pounds, so that's fine. Alright, Verask the Wild Fist. What do you think of this? Here's your tools. He touches them tenderly. I can't believe my eyes. And then he clutches them tightly. Can I have them back? Really? Thank you so much. Now I'll be alright. I'll have food on the table, I'll get rid of this damn fever, and I'll do what I promised my children. And I'll keep my promise. Give me a place to set up shop, and I'll work hard to repay you. Okay, cool. So I need to do that. We can cross this task off our list. Let's open up the rest of this little town. Oh, we got a house here that we can rob. Baron demands taxes. It's weird how everybody has to, like, move to a weird spot and twitch around. Like this. Like, look, I just click on the door, and they all have to assume this weird formation. Door opening formation. Assemble.
In due time.
Nazriel? Nazriel? How fortunate, your grace. Let me introduce myself. I'm Nazriel the Weaponsmith. I craft the deadliest weapons mortals can make. I'd like to take the opportunity to pay my respects. As soon as I found out you were here, I dispatched one of my apprentices, but of course the bonehead failed his mission. Would you like to hear an offer that would be to our mutual benefit? What do you have to offer? I hope to start serving you in exchange for your protection. You see, my creations are not to everyone's liking. In the lands where I come from, demand for artful blades is low. The heavier and cheaper ones are better for peasants. I had to swallow my pride and do such work merely to survive. I know that serving you will allow me to earn true recognition. I'm offering you a contract. You will provide me a workplace and all the necessary resources, and I shall fill your arsenal with perfect instruments of death. More, I will craft for you personally an amazing and deadly weapon for which there is no equal. I have long been looking for a warrior worthy of this masterpiece. Well, have you met Evil McMadig? He's pretty great. All you need to do is sign the contract and place your first order. Do we have a deal? Who are you? An artist one of a kind. So there's no option to let me read the contract and check the fine print. Excellent role-playing, as always. Okay, I agree. Thank you. Sign here, please, and here. Done. No one can touch a court blacksmith. I will order my apprentices to pack up my materials and take them to the new workshop, which you will kindly provide me with, of course. As soon as I'm settled, I'll send one of my people to deliver your order. 600 XP, though. I like that. So there's 2 tradespeople in this town? That's a first for me. It's pretty rad. Okay, I think when you're in one of your own little towns, you can rest for free. Yeah, did you see that? I hit R, it brought up the thing to place the camp, and then it goes, oh wait, no, you're fine. And then it just started resting, and I'm pretty sure it doesn't use rations or anything. Oh god, it's raining, my legs.
As it should be.
My legs,
I
as
know
it
what
should
to
be.
do.
Here's Valkyrie holding some guy's head. For a while, I thought this silhouette here was someone like, no, like, you know, it was a hand, kind of like that down in the corner. But now I think it's like crows or birds flying by. Hey, you know what you call two crows sitting on a branch? Attempted murder. That joke was to help you survive this loading screen. Alright. So we can build 2 majiggers there. Let's see what this new thing is that just popped up. I don't know if they fixed it. When I was trying to do this, I could not get it to work for a long time. Unless it was something weird about the spell that I was attempting to use it with. Hey! One of the most famous Mavoni bards, blah blah blah. Valerie, you're awesome. Keep up the good work. Alright, so... I kind of want to go back to town, deal with this, and then try to claim Silverstep. Alright, let's build whatever these people want here. Look at those bulletin boards. The whole town is just a forest of bulletin boards. That's how you do it, people. That's how you win. Bulletin boards for everyone. Okay. Build screen. What did I do? Okay, I did board. Alright, weapon shop wants to be next to a tavern or a longhouse. And weapon shop wants to be next to a tavern or a longhouse. Okay. Easy enough. I think later we're going to get more spaces, and I don't know exactly where we will get them. So let's do Nazril's here, and Verask's... Whoa, that's buggy. Okay, there we go. They're both next to a longhouse. We have only 101 BP left, so let's stop there. Let those things build. So we will start getting our free deliveries of stuff, which is going to translate into lots and lots of gold. Even if it's not an upgrade, we can liquidate it. Get that money. I don't have any more crow jokes for this loading screen. I truly apologize. Alright, leave this window. Hey, Chuck, how's it going? Chuck, Hurrytron, Norris. I feel like I missed a chance for a good joke by not making him a ranger. Chuck Norris, the ranger. Alright. I'm gonna quick save right before I load in there. Come on, we got it. Come on. Okay. And let's head to the throne room. We'll see what... Was it the general wanted to talk to me about? And then see if I can claim Silverstep with the amount of time before the next explosion or whatever's gonna happen next. Hey, Gwydion Wolf with the party of 2. Thanks, man. Wolfpack attack. Is that what you call your peoples? I'm not sure if I have a name for our people over here. I've jokingly called this place the Bone Zone a few times. Hopefully that doesn't make them boners or something. God, shouldn't have even voiced that thought. Welcome this new boner to the boats. Suddenly, my follower count plummets. Why is this place still crap? Wait. Is the giant owlbear coming again? We already fought this. I think it's playing the cinematic for the giant owlbear, but there's no giant owlbear. Let me go. Okay, we found a new bug, friends. Here's a joke for you. What kind of crow is the biggest coward? I don't know, Chemical. What kind of crow is the biggest coward?
In due time.
Defend the boners. Use your sword, sweethearties. Jesus. A scarecrow. Oh, man.
Enemy
Whoa!
approaching.
So we've already killed this boss. I was not buffed up, guys.
This should do it.
Oh my. Holy shit.
Die, die, die!
We're doing some frantic, shitty buffs. Oh man. NPCs are tanking. No! I don't know who that was. Was he important? More grenades! Okay, so I got that 450 XP a second time. I don't know who that... Oh, it was Highland and he lived. Oh my gosh, so I got Bracers of Armor +5 a second time. And I got the XP for killing that boss a second time. That was frantic. Because I did not... I wasn't buffed for that. Two of my people... Oh no, that's from their own power-ups. They're fatigued because of the fight's over.
Praised be Erastil. You made it.
You just noticed. Okay.
Right. All hail me. Thanks for knocking some sense back into me. Not sure I could live with myself if Jod had been gobbled up while I was playing hero out there.
I'm so confused. Like, the game is acting as if I went to the womb first, but I didn't do that. Time for a new save. No. We destroyed the source of the infection.
This is joyous news, or would be in most any other. Hardly a scratch, Your Grace. I had just finished an operation and was preparing for the next one when all the remaining patients bloomed. There were no survivors. I managed to fight my way to the... There are still many wounded in the city streets. I aim to help. Go, Your Grace. I must leave as well.
Okay. That's weird. That was weird. It's like I sent Keston to town. I went to town with him. We fought everything. Keston was not there. I then went to the womb, cleared that out. And then I came back to town. Keston was there, and we fought the boss a second time. Which in a way was bugged in my favor, but I was really scared at what was happening with my save file. Gwydion, have you noticed after you kill the giant owlbear that it puts a gigantic owlbear rug in your tavern? It covers almost the entire tavern floor. It's absolutely massive. Okay, something going on.
Your Grace, do you
Gotcha.
have a moment?
Whoa, 1200.
Keston and I have a matter to discuss with you.
What has you so excited, Jod?
It's about the old prison, the one we were using as a field hospital. Now that the season of bloom has passed, the field hospital is unnecessary.
In my opinion, Your Grace, our top priority should be securing the safety of the people returning to the city. I believe we should convert the old prison into guards' headquarters.
We've argued in circles on the matter, Your Grace, but it is ultimately your decision anyway. We'll abide by your orders.
Leave the prison as it is. I'll need a place to chain you both when my patience runs out. Holy shit. That's savage. Trying to figure out what happened in this town with the Fae and the humans living together. Apparently I lack an advisor that can sow the research of the curse of the bladed tree. Ah, yes. I sort of pieced together what happened just from doing all the questing on that level. On this playthrough, I haven't done any of the researches. I hate that you lose that advisor for like 60 days. So you inevitably... I feel like you almost inevitably fail some cards that you need that advisor to counter while they're off researching the thing. So I've been avoiding those researches for a while. Alright, neutral good's gonna hurt, but I like the idea of a clinic.
A wise decision, Your Grace. I'll begin the search for proper healers immediately.
I have an idea what happened when I'm trying to figure out which advisor I need. Oh. Tired of hearing about bandits and thieves. My job is managing the army, not chasing pickpockets. Hire a warden, let him drill the guards, make sure subjects don't make too much trouble. Oh nice, I can get my next advisor. So he wants a barracks now. Place training camps at the capital or near the borders. I feel like having new... I don't know, there's pros and cons to both of that. Having new recruits near the capital, it's a safer place to train. Having them near the borders, you're probably going to have more people die while training, but it's kind of a show of force. I'll agree with them, because if you... This is a minor issue, and if you argue with them too much, they quit. So I'll save my arguing for later. It's like a marriage. It's a pick your battles. Your decision. Alright, so he's building barracks near the borders of the kingdom now, and is going to try to intimidate the other people. Oh, is this the weaponsmith? His nose is swollen, like he suffered a heavy blow. He glances around with a haunted look and bows. My name is Sartain. Mistress Nazriel was supposed to have given me a gift for your grace, but I'm afraid we might have a problem. Mistress Nazriel has been working hard on a special gift for you, but one of her apprentices, Dytail, went mad after he touched the blade that was meant to be presented to you. He grabbed it and just ran off as fast as he could. I saw it with my own eyes. Now Dytail is missing. I've come to you in secret to ask for your help. Maybe you or one of your advisors could get to the bottom of this. My mistress would rather see the whole thing buried. After all, the sword that drove him mad was meant for you. Her assistant is a great honor. She's a genius. Her knowledge of weapons knows no bounds, although it's scary sometimes, you know. Anyway, I'm not complaining. I'm happy to serve her. So she beats you? Does she mistreat you? Not at all. She's the most magnificent weaponsmith I've ever met in my life. I'm lucky she even noticed me. She's made me so happy. I wish I weren't so stupid and clumsy, or I'd be more worthy to help her. You've got Stockholm Syndrome. But I try as hard as I can. What gift are you talking about? I don't know. The mistress said I couldn't touch it, but I heard her ask Dytail to take it to you. Okay. I'm guessing this is going to make a mission pop up. This is new for me. This is cool. I missed this quest the last time.
The season of bloom was over. Its invasion of magical beasts stopped.
Finally getting a break, it was time for us to restore the capital and count our losses.
Is that Valerie, or is that supposed to be the player character? I recognize the other 5. Okay. First, rest. Hey! Chef Smitty, how's it going, man? Home from a long day of chefering. We sort of just finished Act 3. Yeah, we did just finish Act 3. Now we're seeing if I have time to claim some new areas before Act 4 starts. There was another example of the weird movement before the loading screen. Alright, so we're definitely at the beginning of an act now. So let's save over our big emergency save file. And let's go to the table and see what cards we got and see if we can do a time skip. But not like an anime time skip. Not where it comes back and we all have completely different body structures. We've hit our second puberties. The boobs are bigger, the muscles are ridiculous, the necks are the size of tree trunks. I'm really close to quitting my chefering job. Aw. Well, you say quitting, so I mean, you... Judging by your choice of words there, are you just unhappy there? Or is it like a money thing? What is going on here? Oh, I can open a hospital now. Border training camps. +2 to all problem resolving. That's awesome. +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls when fighting within claimers. Shoot, I need to go convert gold to BP. Alright. Oh, I bet I don't even have enough to claim this. Son of a gun, I don't. Alright. Let's go. For this playthrough, this will be like the second time I converted gold to BP. Do you know who it let you choose to do that research the curse thing, Muck? As I said, it flat tells me I don't have an advisor to use. Can mercs become advisors? Mercenaries cannot become advisors. I've complained about that before, Gwydion. Well, every job has 2 or 3, depending on the job, people in the entire game that are adequate for that job. You need a Magister for that one. Get Divine Stat to 60 and Divine to rank 3. So that would be like, probably Tristan or Harem is your Divine person, and you need to do what Zoran just said to unlock the Magister job. And hello, Man Animal! How you doing, man? Dude, just so you know, I visited you, when you told me the other day you're a streamer, and you've thrown some incredible goodwill my way. I hit you with a follow. I added you to my auto-host list. Mistakes. And also I watched your first stream on and off. It was a recording, of course. I was live when you were live, but I watched the recording of it. Okay, so we need to go out here. Oh, Akundayo's in here now because I gave him a job. Awful, I spent all day effing around with Charter, it was awful. Oh, Charter. It'll get better, I promise. Hey, constructive criticism, I'm just letting you know, if you haven't listened to it yourself, there was a weird noise in the background of your first stream. If you listen to your own recording, you can hear it. Just letting you know in case there's something that you need to move around or adjust. Gotcha, right on. I always want to be very careful when I say something like that to people, because, you know, some people who stream, like I myself, if you tell me, hey dude, there's something up with your sound, I am like, thank you for telling me before any more of this recording gets ruined. But some people are like really defensive if you critique anything on the stream. So I'm always trying to like walk on eggshells when I try to tell someone that something's going on. Okay, so I was clicking really fast. He's offering to restore The Ring of Reckless Courage. This is all the melted ring pieces I've been picking up, apparently. Alright, restore the ring. Luck is a fickle partner. You may think yourself her favorite person while she sits and conspires to trick you. This is extra funny because I call my wife Lady Luck. She's conspiring to trick me. I will impart a remnant of my gift within this ring so you may recall its story. May it caution you against recklessness or perhaps inspire it. The choice is yours. Where'd it go? Sort? Oh, there it is. Jesus, that's a lot of stuff. +4 to Charisma, +4 to Stealth and Trickery, +4 to attack rolls made to confirm crits, +2 to the dice check of mind-affecting spells cast by the wearer, -2 Wisdom, -4 Perception, which is a total of -5 Wisdom, -10 to Will, -10 to saving throws versus traps. Whenever you are crit, you become confused. So it's like a glass cannon thing. So you could put this on an advisor for the 4 charisma, but it's not going to stack with a helmet that gives 4 charisma. You could put it on your lockpicker to give them +4 to trickery and the attack roll thing. But if they're running up to a trap to disarmament stuff, they're going to have a lower chance to see traps and a higher chance to get destroyed by traps. -10 to your saving throw. I have no skills. I can't be defensive. Oh, I'm sure you could. Why am I encouraging this? I'm sure you could be an ass if you wanted to. You've got what it takes. By the way, I'm not sure how noticeable it is, but this is the brand new camera that you paid for with your generosity. It showed up to my surprise 4 days early, so it's all hooked up. My glorious mug is now in 60 FPS, 720p. It actually goes up to 1080, but it goes to whatever your stream is at, and I've got my stream set on 720 because it gets kind of framey if I put it on 1080 because my CPU can't handle it. So thank you for that again. And I was shocked that it was in the mail today because they told me it was going to be this Friday. I was like, this is 4 days early. Alright, so let's see. You're saying it's a good sorcerer ring. I mean, again, the 4 charisma part of the ring does not stack with the charisma on headbands. So let's see. Charisma 25, still 25. So you could do that if you wanted to wear a different helmet. Let's see. Oh, nice. Got the C298. It's nearly almost Jersey. Yeah, I got the C922X. What I ended up doing is it stacks. You just can't see it in town. Okay, tell you what. Here's a way we can check for sure. What spells does he have? He has, let's see, 4, 6, 8, 8, 8. If he can get more charisma from this, he should get more spells per day. 4, 6, 8, 8, 8. No, it's not counting. Because he would get more spells per day if he was getting more real charisma. Now, the other parts of the ring, I'm sure, are working. But that charisma is not counting. He's not getting the more additional spells per day. Support attackers made to confirm crits. Choose dice check. I mean, this would be wild. I could put it on him just for the +4 to attack rolls made to confirm crits. This would be a lot more crits with the big guy. He doesn't care about the charisma, stealth, or trickery, or perception. What is his perception? Oh, no, perception is actually one of his skills. What about her? What's her perception? 13? I mean, she would get so much out of it. Not taking that off. Higher stealth, higher trickery, more crits with bombs. I have to have, the only thing is I have to make sure other people are near her when she's disarming traps, because she's going to have a shit chance to see the other traps in the area. My internet that is supposed to be 133.5 is at 4.4. I wanted to stream tonight. Oh man, that is a bummer. I feel that in every place I've lived up until this one. I did not have great internet. It's bugged and it's only 2 charisma. Just checked again. Gotcha. Alright, so we've got the bracers of 5 armor. We've already got one of those on Chuck. No one else can really use them. Okay, what about you? You got a 2 con belt. You just got the job that requires con. Do I have a 4 con belt for you? It does not look like I do. I think Jathal is going to end up with the dex job, because game is great. Give her the whoops, I misclicked. Give her the 4 dex belt. I got a 4 whiz hat. Harem, do you have a 4 whiz hat? No, you don't. It's your lucky day. Alright, so now he's a little better at his job. Anything else? Anything else? McMadig, is this an upgrade for you? Nope, it is not. We can safely sell that. Alright, let's go out to... We need to buy build points. I need build points. So we're going to go out to the merchant. Yeah, man animal, I lived in a townhouse before this, and we had decent internet. It was like, I was paying for the best that was available in my area, and that wasn't great. I don't remember the numbers. Before that was an apartment building, so I was subject to whatever was going on with the rest of the building. And I remember one time, I want to say it was Comcast. It might have been Charter. It was one of the C's, but I want to say it was Comcast. They came. We never missed paying a bill. They came and from my perspective, the internet just stopped working. I called them and they were like, "Yeah, we're trying to figure out what happened. We'll send out a guy in a couple days." So I was sitting there going, because I'm a nerd, I was going stir crazy for a few days waiting on this guy to come out and fix the internet. He finally gets out there, and he checks, and he's like, "Oh, it's flagged that you didn't pay your bill." I'm like, "Check the account, because you charged me." And he looks, and he's like, "Oh, it looks." So what happens is when people don't pay their bill, we go down to the meter for the apartment building, and we put like a little red flag, like a literal small red flag on each of the people that need to be shut off, and then the technician comes and turn all those off. It looks like your thing was flagged by mistake. And I was like, "So you accidentally put a sticker on my thing and some other guy intentionally turned it off?" And he's like, "Yeah." And then he just flips it back on. And I didn't have the power to do that, but I was so upset about that. And then they call me minutes later, and they're like, "We would like you to give a review. How good was our service today? Out of 5 stars, or no, out of 10, 0 to 10, scale of 1 to 10. How was the service today?" And I was like, "Well, let's do an average." And she's like, "What?" And I was like, "The guy that came out today that turned it back on, I'll give him a 10. But the guy you sent out the other day that turned me off, even though I paid my bill, let's give him a 0. And she's like, "Oh." Like, she didn't realize the situation before calling me for the survey. And she's like, "Oh, okay." She was like really sheepish after that. Alright, Decapitator. Yo, that is... Look at the crit range on that. If you roll a 17, an 18, a 19, or a 20, this sucker crits. Furious. When you are under a rage spell, it gets +2. +2 better, so it becomes a +4. Yo, has anyone made a dual-wielding Berserker? Because this is for them. I'm not using it in this playthrough, but that's a cool weapon. Oh, yes, the Dog Silker. Small typo. Oh, wow. Look at this. Nice. Sharp. Edgy. This makes me think of that scene in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Nice. Yeah, watch cartoons. Fight me. Alright, we don't need that. Do I need anything else here? Oh, I can sell some of these wands. I'm in the same spot with the apartment building. They literally can't locate the network I'm on. I'm scared. Oh, man. Dude, when we moved to where I live right now, so I'm in a house. I told my wife, I said, I have 2 requirements. You can pick everything else. And she's like, okay. I said, we picked a price range, but not counting that. I said, I will not do yard work. I 100% refuse. And I said, and you know, find a neighborhood where they've got like oh shoot, brain fart. What is it called? The homeowners association, whatever. Where and like you pay like a monthly reasonable fee, and they do all the yard work and all repairs on the exterior of your building. So I was like, find one of those, and it's got to have really good internet. If you find that, you can pick every other thing. I don't care about the banisters, the freaking wall colors, whatever. Hey, I saved up. I paid my dues. So I was like, you can pick everything else. You give me that. And she's like, all right. So she goes to do that, and we move in. And when we were buying the place, or, you know, signing the paperwork, I asked the guy, I was like, so, you know, what services is this area? And he's like, Comcast. So I'm like, okay. And after we got the home, I contacted them, and I was like, hey, I need to set up internet. And they're like, oh, sorry. This is what they say. They're like, the every node in your neighborhood has already been hooked up, so we can't hook anybody else up. So unless you can convince, they told me, unless you can convince one of your neighbors to unhook their internet, we can't hook you up. And the neighborhood was under construction. There was like dozens more houses being built. And I was like, you can't be serious. And they're like, oh, yeah. And yeah, so I was just flat. So I started calling like every internet location. And, you know, I was like, there's a bunch of unhappy people here. If you run a wire over here, we can, you know, so many people are going to sign up. And so I was contacting all these different places, like every day I was going apeshit. I was ready to like sell this house and move again when my wife was freaking out because I was freaking out. And I was like, you know, spending so much time on this. And I would call like Comcast and Charter and T-Mobile or whatever. I call all these places and they would say no. And then I'd call the next day and get escalated and they would say no. And then I would go in the store and they would be like, didn't you call the other day? Like they would get like a general manager for like the engineering running the lines for the state on the phone. And he's like, didn't you just ask the other day? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, no. And finally one day I go into a AT&T store. And I tell him what is, I get this guy, he's like, hey, how can I help you? It's just some guy on the phone. I was like, I don't even know if I can do this here. I was like, I want to set up my home with internet. He goes, yeah, we sell that. And I'm like, all right, here's the problem. And I tell them everything going down. I was like, I have no idea if you can help me, but I'm getting desperate and just wandering into stores at this point. And he goes, well, my uncle's one of the head engineers. Let me call him. And he calls his uncle and he finds out that fiber had been laid in this area, but it was just laid. And so the salespeople didn't know about it yet. Like they have a map and it wasn't lit up that it was ready to be sold. So I'm like, I'll buy it right now. He's like, oh, it's going to be. I'm like, I don't care what number is about to come out of your face. If it's fiber, I will like eat ramen. And so yeah, they hooked me up, and I was like the very first person in the neighborhood to get hooked up because I was a whiny baby. And then I went over to my neighbor and I'm like, dude, if you call this number, he will get you fiber. And he's like, oh my god. So after that, word spread pretty quick. But I kind of lucked out because all the people we were supposed to get hooked up with on internet when we moved here did not happen. How in the heck do you have almost 2,200 pounds of weight limit? I have bought a lot. Let's see, we got 3 bags of holding. That's helping. Also the Smilodon. It's counting his strength with mine, Gwydion. Pretend like he's got saddlebags. When the whole party's together and they're all buffed as high as I can get them, I've got 30,000 pound capacity. Okay. We need Build points. How much is 1,000? 80,000 gold. Sure, why not? 80,000 gold, whatever. You can actually get more than one of those bags. Yeah, so here's the thing. You can buy, what is it? One from the first Oleg's trading post. One from the troll, the guy who's experimenting on trolls. One from... Guys, where's the third one I got? Was it the witch or was it somebody else? It might have been this town. It might have been your own town. Might have been the third one. But we found 3 so far. Hell yeah, saddlebags on a lion. Dude, imagine saddlebags on a mastodon. That's even better. Thanks for letting me vent, dude. I didn't even think you were venting. I thought I was venting. I was here whining about my internet. Oh, you know what? I want to test something. I made a command today. Okay, cool. It works. Like 3 or 4 times in yesterday's stream, people came in and asked what my build was, and someone was like, "You should make a command for that." And I was like, "That's a good idea." So I made it today before the stream started. So now I could just be like, "Type exclamation build, baby." That was a very poor Austin Powers impression. Where were you hiding those, baby? Well, maybe if you had done foreplay, you would have found them. Alright. Are we close? No? Wow. Like 45% of the way through this level. Not really close. Alright. Quick save. Claim Silver Step. This is a 2-week thing and it uses Valerie. Is there anything else I could be doing during those 2 weeks? Could that do that? Could do that. That's big. +2 to problem solving. That's going to put him at +15. Hey, Surson, thank you for the follow, my new friend. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself enough that you hit that button. I appreciate it. How long will you be streaming tonight? At least until midnight. Since May 26th, I have streamed every day at least from 9 p.m. to midnight Eastern Standard Time. Those are your guaranteed nok-nok hours. I often go later than that, or I'll log on earlier if I feel like it, but 3 hours guaranteed every night since May. Projects. So I want to see if I want to occupy... I like this. That's +2 for all military things. This doesn't actually say what it does. If I open a hospital... You're strapping in then? Welcome. Welcome, welcome. If you have any questions, just ask away. I'm a chatterbox. Does anyone know what happens if you let Jod Kafkin open a hospital? Because it doesn't tell you what that does. Oh, I can't do it right now anyway because I need Valerie free. Alright, I'll do this. And the region thing. Okay. If this blows up in my face, I'll reload. Hold on to your butts. Alright. You have declared Silver Step as part of your kingdom. Yay! In the mountains. Whoosh. Oh my god, you set the map on fire. Why? Cheap publicity. Nice. Okay. +8 divine. Harem, you dog. True masterpiece. +6 to economy. Awesome. Triumph. Isn't that like a better than usual? I really wish you could see the dice rolls here. Border training camps complete. I would love to know how well, like how much the modifiers are helping from the billboards. All right, there's a letter in the throne room. The gambler. Treasurer wants to talk to you. High priest seeks your advice. All right, so we got 3 things in the throne room. So I guess we're going to the throne room. Ah! And I need to build the town in Silverstep before I leave. And fill it with billboards. We love billboards here. Honestly, with seeing how overpowered billboards are, I cannot see myself... If I ever replay this game, I do not see myself playing anything non-lawful. Because the billboards are ridiculous. For anyone who doesn't know, every single billboard adds +2 to the rolls that the people make when they're doing cards at the table. So I've got 4 billboards right now in every region, so that's +8 to their attempt at solving a mission. That's like 40% higher success chance. But only lawful can build them. Message from Magar Varn. And a wand. Harem. Here's a message speaks to your subjects. Evil hides on the curses. Never heard. Who are they? I demand this preacher be executed. Alright, so what does he want? Let the people choose whatever faith they wish. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, do it. +3 divine, -1 loyalty, -1 stability. Okay. New event, divine protection from poison. Oh, I think that's the thing that makes us immune to poison as long as we're anywhere in our lands. That's a good one. I think that's Jubilost? Yeah, it is. I got a petitioner with me about alcohol? Camera off-center now. Can I just see the fate of my beloved new child, which appeared to be an waking dream? Oh, this is the lady that wants to open a brewery. This business will fail. Halfling alcohol is like fruit juice for the other races. It's nothing like your Dwarvish stout. You want to take a risk and put your money on halfling drunks? Well, it's your barony and your business, but if you give this trader the money he asked for, then tomorrow there will be 10 more at your gate just like him. You're the treasurer. Let's take your advice. I shall refuse this request right away. It's like fruit juice. Who's this? Oh, this is the goldsmith for the new town that we're about to make. So now I've got her to... Oh, nice! I've been carrying it this whole game because I knew this was happening. Here's your emerald. Look at that color! And the size! An excellent item, that's what she said. Finally, I'll be able to bring my idea to life. 600 XP. Wonderful! I'm ready to remain here and work for your grace. I only need a place to live and work, of course. Alright. Okay. So, I need to build the town in Lake, whatever it was called, Silverstep. I need to build the Lake Silverstep town. And then put some billboards there and build that lady's jewelry shop so that she starts bringing me the monthly presents. Ooh. Okay. Letter from Magar Varn. 1 economy, 1 relations. Talk to the high priest, 1 divine. And talk to the treasurer, 1 economy. It was really funny yesterday when it's like disperse the riots. I went outside, it escalated out of my control. I ended up killing like 16 of my citizens, came back, and the card was like, you solved the riots, +1 to community. I was like, I just murdered so many of my own people. Okay, let's see. Lake Silverstep, here we go. Silvershire settlement. Yeah, that's fine. We'll call it Silvershire. Alright. Alright, enter. Oh, I almost forgot about Trip Twinkle Toes. That was the monk tank that we made, and by level 7, I was like, I don't like this guy anymore. And then we replaced him, and I haven't looked back. Rip Trip. Okay, what do we got? Men's jewelry shop. +1 to econ when adjacent to a tavern or a longhouse. Actually, hold on. Okay. Bulletin board. Alright. That'll be +8 to solving problems in this area. Some walls for you. Alright. That's good. I hope it lets me look at my quest log from the table without having to load out of it. I want to see that. Damn it, it doesn't. Nah. Alright. Quick save the game. Alright, so really what I need to do right now is get these other advisor things. So I need to get other things up to rank 3. So Divine and Community. Okay. This is Community. Alright. So I just saved the game. I think I did. I'm paranoid. I'm gonna do it again. And then I'll try this out and see what happens. Regions just got a new thing. Did we just unlock another region? Community rank 3. No events are blowing up in my face. Event of the month. The locals are bored and don't know what to do with themselves. You don't go to the President of the United States when you're bored. What is this? There's a mermaid in the river where trade ships operate. She's begun sinking vessels. Wait, I need to level Divine next. So I don't want Harem to be busy, so send Chandra. It did! Claim the Northern Naro Marches. Suddenly this is available. I have no idea why. Alright, I'm gonna need more BP for this. Well, no, I guess I won't. Okay, well, quick save again. Because again, anytime you do a 2-week time skip, the whole game would just blow up in your face. You'd be like, you had 5 problems pop up and they weren't resolved during those 2 weeks, and then they killed you. What? Add 5 regions to your lands. Your barony is expanded. So I apparently had done whatever the combat requirement was over there, and it just needed me to be like maybe a level requirement or have what was it, when I got community to rank 3 I was able to get it. Nice. Gained 50 BP. Triumph. Good job, Jubilost. Success. +4 military. Triumph. Isn't Triumph better than Success? It's like a critical success. +4 loyalty, +2 economy. I'm getting so many free stats because of these billboards. +3 to stability. Oh, wait, you can see some... Okay, so you can't see what they rolled, but you can see part of it. Like right here. So, Harem is a +11, and he has to beat a 15. She's the same. He is a 5. Where is this at? This is in the Shrike. So that's not counting the +8 he gets from the town thing. So +8 and +5 together is +13? Making math. So, assuming I'm understanding the rules correctly, he cannot fail at this, and I'll get some much-needed stability. I hope he doesn't, but if he fails at this, then I'll know that I'm very wrong. Loyalty... If I had to pick between Divine and Loyalty, Loyalty's almost at 60. I forget, do you have to get the stat to 50 or to 60 to get the next rank? Do I have a project for leveling up? Okay, cool, so I don't want him to be busy. Okay, so, map. I just got the Northern Gnarl Marches. So let's build a town there. I'm probably going to run out of BP while I'm doing what I want to do here. Creatures capable of regeneration are very hard to kill. For example, this loading screen tip, I feel like they had to do this because a bunch of people in the beta were like, how do we kill this dragon? I need cold iron. Alright. Bulletin. 20, 30, 45, 68. And we'll throw a wall down. Nothing else even matters. Alright. So, once again, I've got +8 to every single region for these checks. So most of the events, I, cannot fail. So it's, either success or great success. Assuming I understand these rules correctly. Alright. So the next thing to do... I don't think I've got any, I don't think I can do the main quest yet. I got the letter where I can go visit Varn, but... Oh, I guess I could be running around and, claiming the stuff in those lands, right? Alright, let's just get this last thing to 3, so that I can get the additional advisors as soon as it allows me to do so. So, quick save. And project. This will be the last time skip we do, and then we'll get back to the action, friends. Oh my gosh, so many more event cards just popped. Okay. Nice! He succeeded. And that should have been very difficult for him. That alone doesn't tell us anything, but that should have been very difficult for him. Alright, what is this? Build a town, strengthen Sana's skills, strengthen Jod's skills. Okay. These are 20 days. Of course, 7 days just off. Artisan's Loss. Only Jubilost can do this one, apparently. Need to talk to the Warden. Alright, I'm gonna... What was this? Build a town. Only Valerie can do that right now. But she's the... Oh, I guess I can send a Kundayo on this. Hold on. DC 19. He's gonna get +8. So there's a 6 out of 20 chance he can fail. Alright, no. Let's not send him on that. The lowest she can roll is a 19. She should be guaranteed for success. Alright, so I'll have to just not do that project right now. Let's go see what a Kundayo wants in the throne room. And then we can run around and do some action. We just, since we've been here, we claimed 2 more regions. So we got a lot of resources we can claim and stuff to fight. Ruling a kingdom is a serious task. Make sure you visit a capital at least once a month. Yes. Talking like that dude from Family Guy with the huge lower jaw. I can't understand you, man. No idea what you're saying. Come on, Kingfinder Pathmaker. You can do it. That's a Goondile. There's disaster everywhere. The Staglord may be gone, but there's still too much trouble in your lands, robbing and killing on the roads. You must do something. Protect the people. My advice, a curfew. Announce a time of night when people remain inside their homes and the guard will maintain order. I don't like the idea of a curfew. Can we double the guard? -2 military, +3 stability. You know what? I'm okay with that. My military was huge. I had a big, raging military. There was a vein sticking out. Oh, this is our first present from Verask. I come bearing gifts, a sign of my gratitude for taking an old man into your service. A great axe. Such weapons, you can go on raids and protect your lands. Everything has been tempered in lamb blood, with proper prayers to all the proper gods. Oh, we're just covering all bases. Everything is done with care for you personally. It was amusing work, but I could give you something even more impressive. A weapon worthy of Gorham's Herald. That's not even my god. But I'll need your help with something. Come by if you're interested. There's something else. I have all I need to start reforging Earthbreaker. You'd better not give me any big orders for a while so I can concentrate on the hammer and make sure you don't forget my payment. Thank you, keep at it. Don't forget my payment? I never asked you to make a weapon called Earthbreaker. I'm not sure what this conversation's about. Oh, Muck, I attempted to pick a lock with Octavia, or whatever her name is, 3 times in a row. All she had to do was roll a 2 or higher. She rolled a nat 1 in a row twice. So you, like, kept reloading the game, Gwydion? You received Thorny Ring. I hate this. Like, you're here in the capital, and they're like, please visit me in my workshop. 5 loading screens to the east. Eternal Holy Gratitude for your protection. She's asking to bring you this gift glove. Dude, all this free gear. Heck yeah, let's do it. Saves come on lockpick, dude. Okay, what were we just given? Extinguisher Great Axe. A +6 weapon against will-o-wisps? That's oddly specific. +4 enhancement to dexterity? Cast True Strike 3 times per day. You got the highest dex, I think, right? Oh no, he does. Wow. Oh, I bet it does not stack with the belt, though. So she's getting +2 from this. If I'm right, she'll only get 2 more. Yep. Alright, so she's going to stay with the lockpicking gloves. He's using 4 dex, which means he won't get 4 dex from these. Who here can use some dex? Would that give you any armor? 2 armor on the tank. Hell yes. That means when she's fully buffed, she's going to be at like 47. Some gloves are better than no gloves. Hold on to those. Oh wait, actually, does nok-nok need them? Yeah, damn. Like, he's got this dark and spooky looking, and then just, top hat. Friggin' stripes on his weapon, looks like a barbershop pole. Alright, what's the Thorny Ring? Cast and Tangle 3 times per day. Well, it's 5,000 gold, I guess. Okay. Oh yeah, we got this thing too. We can summon a wyvern once per day for 10 minutes.
I know what to do.
Alright. Let's go on some adventures. Oh, and there's your friendly reminder, once per day, friends. If you've got Amazon Prime in your household, you get 1 free Twitch subscription each month, and you might not even be aware of it. And if you want to see if you do, you can click that link there to find out. And then you can use it to support your streamer of choice. Bats eyelashes. Narrates batting eyelashes. Ah, we did get some gold. 3,900 more gold from the story guy. Okay.
All according to plan.
Let's go outside, get to the action. Just need to go through 2 more loading screens. Okay, I don't need to save emeralds anymore. We've done the emerald quest. I can finally toss this thing. Finally liquidate it into gold. It's time to get 5% more naked friends. The shoes are coming off. Woo! I'd spin them over my head, but for a shoe, that sounds mighty dangerous. Also, fair warning, I came across a new item to save. And what is this new item, Zoran? Tweaking my camera here. Trying to think of what the last item was everybody yelled at me to save. I think the extend meta magic rod. Remember the amulet you got from the nymph with +2 AC against ranged attacks? Yes, I think that's on my tank. Because I always cast Bark Skin on her, and she did... Yeah, I'm not going to. It's good. It's good even at level 1. Like, I didn't want the Amulet of Natural Armor on the tank because I was always casting Bark Skin on her. So I put the +2 to ranged AC on her, so her ranged AC is like 49 when she's buffed. Just gotta get her to run out in front. I'm pretty sure it's on her. No, I'm wrong. Shoot, who has it? Oh, it's on him for some reason. Let's switch that right now. I did still have it, though. I didn't lie about that. But I was mistaken on who was holding it. Yeah, you can buy it back, it just costs a lot, but you have to remember which merchant you sold it to. Alright, we don't need Extinguisher, we don't need Thorny Ring. Don't need that. I don't see me ever using this. I'll hang on to it though, for now. +10 to stealth, immunity to blindness and dazzling. My party is very heavily Aasimars, and their halos give them resistance to blind and dazzle already. How much diamond dust do I have? We need that for the restoration spell. Oh, lordy. Can I sort by name? Yeah. Blackberries. Diamond dust. I have 48. I'm fine on that. Okay. Alright, I think we're ready to go. Oh, I can talk to Tristan in town. I never did his quest over here. What was that? Did you guys hear that? Chop! Some guy just cutting down a tree or something. Smile it on with a top hat. Alright, this is when we learn about the cult. XP, I'll take that. For anyone who might be new, I had a playthrough that got to level 13 Act 6 and it bugged out. So a lot of this stuff I'm speeding through the conversations because I've seen it before. Alright, we got that quest. I could do that quest now, I just have to take stupid Tristan who I don't like. Have I even leveled him up? Where's Tristan? He's level 4. I haven't leveled him up. If I bring him on a mission, he's going to be staying in the back, that's for sure. Alright, let's just take the usual group and load out. And roll out! Transform. Roll out. Play with my stress dice. One of the gift boxes a viewer sent me had a squishy D20 stress dice in it. Why haven't you leveled the NPC up? Because I don't use them. Okay. So I really do not like the companions in the game that you just get. I've made custom characters that are way better than them. And what I did is, because those people have to be... Let me give you an example. Valerie is one of the only options to become the advisor that uses the charisma stat. She's a fighter. You would never level her charisma, but for some reason it forces you to do that. So I use a different tank, and I leveled up Valerie's charisma, so she's a really, really good advisor. But she is now a garbage fighter because I did that. So every couple of days I level them all up, but I'm only going for the advisor stats. Okay, there's Tristan's thing. What is this already going nuts for? I'll click on this real quick. But I basically did that for all of them. For, like, let's see. The Dragon Disciple class gives you, I think, Strength, Con, and Int. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. And so everyone, like Octavia, she becomes an Int advisor. Now, fortunately, she's actually an Int character. But she will have higher Int if you take some levels in Dragon Disciple, because Dragon Disciple gives you 2 Int. However, that makes her worse in combat. No, they do not they do not need to be in town to do the missions. It's weird like that. It's not a perfect system. I see what they were going for, but I'm working around it. Foundation, support the Warden's endeavors. Okay. So yeah, all the characters that you're familiar with, I have them just sitting in town with the best advisor stats possible. Some of them make sense. Like Lindsay's charisma based, and she is a bard, so she's already got high charisma. Fine. Valerie is a fighter with charisma. That's terrible. Raganagar and Amiri are the strength people. They are both strength-based people, so that's fine. Akundayo is one of the only options for the Constitution-based job, and that sucks because Valerie's got insane Constitution. Akundayo's got high Dexterity. So that's another thing that's kind of a bummer. I have failed 3 times and haven't made it past the Bald Hilltop. When you say failed, do you mean like you lost the game? Like it said your town failed or whatever? Is that what you mean? I had that happen to me once before I got a much better understanding of the game. And then I got town failed, got it. And then after failing it once and I got a better understanding of what was going on, I got a... what is... Oh, I don't have Tristan. I thought I had Tristan in the party. Shoot. Alright, Chuck can wait. Bring Tristan. Alright. Kunai is going to be your minister later on anyway. Which one... What stat uses ministers, Zoran? If you mean the Dex job, I think Jathal has to take the Dex job. Or something like that. I don't know. I mean, I guess Akundayo could be the Dex person, and then I could have Keston take the... I'd have to look at it again. In my last playthrough, Keston died. And in this playthrough, I kept Keston alive, so I basically have one additional advisor than I did before. Got it. See, I did not have that option to me on my last playthrough because Keston died. So Kundayo was my con guy and Jathal was my Dex girl, and it was not great. Okay, you
share your trouble.
Turn AI off and just stay out of the way, man. You're just stay out of the way. Okay, I don't have my sorcerer.
I know what to do.
Oh, I don't have the mage armor for everybody. Bleh. Alright, we can do some buffs though. And a lot of our buffs are on the Sorcerer I swapped out for Tristan. I am already eager to have him back.
I stand ready.
No mistake.
This fight might be super easy, or it might be really tough because we're on hard mode, so we'll find out in a moment. Alright, quick save. I like that, Zoran. I'm thinking more and more on it. I like that idea. I'm probably gonna take that trick that you just voiced with the Keston, because I was not. It wasn't in my head that Keston was alive because he was dead in my game that was like 60 hours long. Gods damn it! I have to be here at night, don't I? You cannot rest here. I have to leave this game. I have to leave the map. I have to loading screen out, rest, and then loading screen back in. So that's 3 loads. To quote Bugs Bunny. Seriously though, now that you're out of town, try to equip that ring again on your sorcerer. I think the alchemist is using it right now. She's gonna get more crits. Also, the sorcerer I just swapped out for Tristan, so I can't make that. I can't do that experiment right now anyway. Okay. How do I do this? I almost never... Do I just need to go until, like, midnight? Don't use rations. Alright, let's see what that does. Alright, is it nighttime now? It's not often that I try to rest to a specific time. Okay, yeah. What's going on in the kingdom now? I'm glad the kingdom interface at least loads a little bit faster when you're not in the kingdom. Which is weird. I don't know why that is. That's Chuck. He's our Sylvan Sorcerer. Another one of the custom characters we made. He's named like that because he looks like Chuck Norris. Alright, events. An amazing discovery. Shoot, she's already busy. Celebrity visits. Ooh. So he has a 4 in 20 chance of fail. Well. Alright, amazing discovery. Requires Valerie. She is currently doing this. Ends in 12 days. This might be the first thing I fail in a while, guys. Because oh, it's an opportunity, not a problem. Okay, so that's not too terrible. Because Valerie is going to still be busy when this thing becomes available again. No, so he has a +5, right? He's getting +8 from billboards. That puts him at 13. So the lowest he will possibly roll is, you know, a 14. So then he has to beat a 17. The lowest he rolls is a 14. So 14, 15, 16, 17. So the bottom 4 digits are what will fail, and the other 16 dice sides will succeed. Billboards are so good. I want more billboards. They're OP for this game. They really are. What do you think of 1 level of fighter for proficiencies and power attack on the Inquisitor? It depends. Okay, if you mean as a monster tactician Inquisitor, then all your summons would be a level behind. I don't know if I find that worth it. I'd rather just get the martial feat. Also, if you're running the Animal Companion, if it's only a 1-level dip, Boon Companion will still keep your animal the same level as you are, but if you dip more than 1 level, Boon Companion will not be enough, and you'll have to take the Boon Companion feat a second time. So that's something to think about. Meta magic is a useful tool that can make your favorite spells more powerful. The only meta magic I'm really using much is extend spell enlarge person so that it lasts like 20 minutes. Ugh, I'm gonna have to buff up again. Well, it takes half as long to buff when my big buffing character is not in the party, Tristan. That's me being angry at Tristan, that's not me saying he's the buffer. Come on. Dance, dance. By the way, I asked this the other day, but once again, if anybody knows how, I know how to make a poll, like a, vote on the next game we play. I know how to do that at the bottom of, like, the info page. I recently saw another streamer who had that thing pop up, like, after you were watching his stream for 30 seconds, the poll popped up in the middle of the thing, so you had to click something to make it, you voted, and then it went away, and it was out of your way.
Share your trouble.
I'm very interested in learning how to do that. I don't know if anyone here knows how to do that. Alright, resist arrows.
Time's not waiting.
Aid. Some summons.
Great for adventure.
Great. Whoa, 3?
I know what to do.
You can do better, man. Three again? You sometimes summon 6. 4. I'll take
I
it.
always did what was right.
I'm not happy about
Therefore,
it.
I became
The road
righteous.
calls me.
Does it
I'll
quit
take the
times
bait.
when I'm
Alright, armor.
because I am righteous?
Alright, oak skin, or bark skin on everybody. I guess oak skin would be a valid name. Echolocation. Reduce person on yourself to increase your dexterity. I did not mean to click that, Tristan. See, you're already getting in my way.
I will see this through.
Delay poison. Alright, so her armor...
We miss all the fun.
Why does it only say 40? Oh, I don't think it's counting fighting defensively in crane style until we've gotten into a fight. Alright. Tristan. Dude, stay the hell out of the way, man. We're just in time, the sacrament has already begun. The sky will split, the waters will part, and the ground itself will devour the evil that comes to us from the lands of death. I said this once before. I had this guy locked up in my prison, and yet, without any explanation, he's just out talking shit again. Beware false rulers, their foul walls and rotten locks will not protect their henchmen from nature's wrath. Didn't you put that old man in a dungeon? Oh my gosh. Thank you for at least addressing that. This is the second time he's, like, gotten a riot to attack me. And this is but it's the first time anyone's been like, didn't we lock him up? I'm very happy to hear that. Come on. He winds up the crowd. Have you ever been to, like, an outing where this many people were carrying torches? Brothers and sisters, good people, it's time for the sacrament. The first faithful will bless us. A boss walk. Servants of the Kingdom of the Cleanse, today is a special day, the day we have long prayed for. Today we shall finally wash away the filth from our souls and clear the path for our kingdom. For today the sacrament will end with a long-awaited sacrifice, which will please the goddess more than all of our prayers. Once the goddess asked us meager sheep to repent our sins, but in our pride we were deaf to her appeals. Now she demands another sacrifice. They need to slightly shorten the time between each of those messages to make them flow a little better if they're not going to do voice acting. Or let you click to speed through them. XP! Lawful neutral. Thank God. I am loyal to my subjects, not to a group of crazy fanatics. For those of you just joining us, I did too many good options recently and I'm about to leave lawful neutral, which then my god will disown me. So I need some more lawful neutral options.
I'll carve my name into
Oh! Father, what are you doing? Stop! Ah! Whoa! Alright. Val, run forward.
Die!
Okay. Alright, this is gonna be sweet. You just stay back. You... I need you up here, Cassie. Look at this bomb. Here we go. Oh! Y'all okay? Alright, just switch to targeted.
I'll carve my name onto your flesh.
Why did the game just pause? That wasn't me. Are they feared? Oh, they were like fleeing. Damn it! The goddess will know of your betrayal. You alright? It was a trap. The faithful shouted. They're getting away. I will carve out this affliction completely. I don't wish to allow the remains of this insane cult to survive. They will surely hold a grudge. I was hoping for another answer. Too fucking bad.
This ends you.
Wait, what? What is... Where did all these come from? Cassie, can you clean this up real quick for me? I don't know why half my characters aren't going down to hell, but I guess it doesn't matter. Now I just got the quest update to deal with the cultists. Has anyone read Shout the Greater Spell? 46 rounds of stun, fort save for half duration stun, and some damage. I feel like it's 46 damage, not 46 rounds of stun. I could be wrong though. +1 leather armor.
All according to plan.
Hey, I just found nunchucks. Anyone need nunchucks? Nunchaku? Alright. 10d6 damage, 46 stun, save for half both. Huh. If that's really as written, then it's like guaranteed to work on bosses or something? That'd be pretty wild. Can you guys really run down here? Oh, yeah, I guess so. That looked like a blockage. Alright. And what is Tristan gonna want next? We need to find a moment to speak with Tristan. Of course we do. I bet empowering that works too for the stun duration. That'd be pretty nasty. Isn't Empower like 2 or 3 levels higher though? So it'd be a while before you could get Empower Shout. Come on. Getting those long load times again. There was a... Oh, I haven't gotten any rods other than the extend one. Let me see. Grab these real quick. Claim, alright. Unavoidable encounter. Oh, we still have Tristan. No! You can't hunt in dungeons. You've never eaten a rat. I'll hunt rats! I do what I want. Come on. I would take like every random encounter that pops up in front of me if it wasn't these loading screens. Sometimes I just get of them and I just start passing random encounters. Oh, this is when they try to curse me, right? Say. No, it's a trade-off. It's not a permanent buff. It is a trade-off. It's a buff and a curse. The last time I got it, it gave me like -5 to armor class versus animals is what I got on challenging mode. So maybe there's like a pool of options and it picks one at random or something, but I'm done with that. Yeah, mine was -5 to AC when versus beasts. I'll give my gratitude to the Lamash too with your worthless lives!
My name onto your flesh.
Wait a minute. This is Tasana? What the shit? She's my advisor. I literally already had her as an advisor. God damn it. Once again, I lose one of the 2 characters in the game capable of doing a job. Whole bunch of clerics channeling that negative energy. Maybe. This freaking game. There are a lot of parts to this game that I feel like you have to have played through the game multiple times know what's coming, and then pick the right option. That's unfortunate. So I went way out of my way and played very out of character to make sure I got Sana as an advisor, and because she just tried to mess with me in the woods with a gang of angry people with them, I reacted, and then I lost her as an advisor. Because in my good playthrough, I picked Castile for the regent or whatever, and then I had him and I didn't get the old woman. So then Tristan was my only person for that job, and because I didn't save Sana, Tristan, when he ditched us, I had no one to handle that job.
May we have a moment of respite?
I'm gonna say avoid because of the loading screens.
I'm tired.
Which town was that? I think that was the weaponsmith and the armorsmith. Alright, let's see what's going on here. Let's see if it's gonna make me go back to town and talk to them in the throne room. Yeah, I know I could, dude. It's just... I don't like doing that. This is gonna sound weird, but I don't really like games where your choices have consequences and then constantly just reloading to avoid consequences. Like, it happened. It's unfortunate, I don't like it, but it happened. The thing is, the game kind of trained me last time that if I let them get that spell off, it was going to F me forever. And it was non-removable. And so I was like, okay, I need to avoid that this time. And then I didn't hit the perfect choices, and bad stuff. Alright, 13 plus 8. There is no way he can fail this. That's awesome. Alright, so we don't have to go back to town at this time. So I've still recently claimed the Northern Gnarl Marches and also Silver Step, so I can claim resources in those areas. I'm going to switch Tristan out for a real character, though. I haven't gotten her printing house yet. Alright, swap out Tristan and get Chuck back in here. Okay, what else? Kingdom resource. It doesn't even say which kingdom it's in. Hopefully I can get this. Okay, we got that. I can get this now? And I think I need to go to that town right there to talk to the goldsmith. And see about her master project or whatever. Oh, another thing just popped. Let's see what this is. You know, another game where you had to make choices that had consequences, but they did a fair job of it, was Dragon Age Inquisition. Really, the whole Dragon Age series. I'm one of the only people I know that enjoyed Dragon Age 2, but I played through Origins. I played through Dragon Age 2 twice, and also Dragon Age Inquisition. I really enjoyed all those. An invitation to a festival was delivered to the castle. That will expire in 5 days. I don't know if any of these are going to be available in 5 days. Oh, she will be. So I have to reopen this interface in 1 day. Okay. Luckily, I won't be leaving my lands in the next 1 day. I wish she would get armor that covers her armpits. It's like the medieval part of my mind is like, you can get stabbed right there. Right through the armpit, into the heart. Why is she,
I'm
like,
tired.
turbo exhausted and no one else is? Alright. We will rest in Silvershire, because it will be, free there, and it won't cost any rations or anything like that. During this loading screen, I'm going to tab out and check on something real quick, so you're going to see the music stop for about a moment. You know what? I got something here. Hang on. Let's see. Sorry, I got something for you, man. You've been good to me these last few days. Yep, I am sure. Alright. That may take 30 seconds, or it may take a little bit longer than that. I got something for you, Zoran. Ah! It's, the mod is quick today. We had another free subscription accrued to give out, and you've been good to my channel these last few days, so I wanted to give you that. Show my appreciation. It's not much, but it's what I have to give. So thank you, thank you. Why is our party so slow? Oh, because she's exhausted. Alright, just go ahead and rest. Little skull badge and some PogChamp muckalucks for you. Alright. Yeah, and I'll pause a brief moment to once again plug it. The thing that keeps allowing me to give out those free subs, you see there in that spam, it says that's the 8th free sub we've given away, is people using the Quest Mode plugin. The Quest Mode plugin, there's a link to it on my info page, but literally it just has a check-in button. You click it once per day. 1 click per day. And you slowly build up subscription points. Every 2,000 points is a free subscription. You can use it on yourself, or you can give it to the channel, which is what I just used, is gifted points. Also, there's offers on there, like playing mobile games on your phone, and you accrue free points much, much faster than just doing the check-in thing, but I strongly encourage people to use it. It's free subscriptions, it helps you, it helps the channel. Commercial break over. What time do you start streaming again? I had a brain fart. I stream every day, minimum 9 p.m. to midnight Eastern Standard Time. I often, when I have free time, I just log on earlier because I just love doing this. Or I'll go later if, stream is really bumping. But 9 to midnight is the guaranteed. If you're following, you'll get the notification when I go online for the times I log on earlier than that. And I think we can sell all this stuff. Kukri, we murdered nok-nok, don't need a kukri. Okay. Alright, Mim Wobble... I almost called her Wobble Gobbler. That sounds insulting, and I'm not sure why. Wobble Gander. You mentioned I could grant you 3 wishes to help you create a masterpiece. You granted my first wish. As the second, they say the ink is the blood of science. In that case, alcohol is the blood of creation. She gives you a provocative look. This 2-foot-tall girl is giving me a provocative look. I don't mean ordinary tavern booze. I need something delicate, rare, like berry wine from Kyonin or elven absinthe. Why, of course. Why didn't I think of that? Elves are so close to nature. To be one with nature, that's the unity I'm looking for. Bring me a bottle, if you please, of either. It will fill my restless creative spirit. 1 gulp, and I'll pierce the abyss of existence with a stare, sink down to the bottom of my soul, and finally comprehend what the hell I've been trying to drag from it into the world. I don't get how alcohol is going to help you with this. In that case, you know nothing about the work of an artiste, Your Grace, but no matter. So I gotta keep on the lookout for really high-end alcohol? Okay.
In due time.
Also, Saracen, if you would prefer it, I also post when I'm going online on Twitter, Facebook, and our Discord. So if you prefer a notification via one of those, I send out a pulse on all of those as well. That's up to you, though. You don't have to join those if you don't want to. Okay, looks like we've cleared out everything in this area. We're rested, we've sold
it should
stuff.
be.
We have our quest to find mighty alcohol, elven absinthe, or Kionin something something. I guess I need to start looking on merchants for that stuff. Because I've picked up quite a bit of random bottles of alcohol through the game so far, and I haven't sold any of them. And she didn't want any of those. Alrighty then, Jim Carrey voice. Ever Serenray's loyal servant. Okay. What to do? Oh, I guess I can do this area now. And I never did the Verdant Chamber, which you have to do solo, which sucks. I know, I don't think I could. Let me read the letter from Varnhold. I don't think the new act has started, so I don't think I can go into Varnhold and do much yet. Oh god. What was the name of the letter he sent me? Famous letter, Bartholomew, Blackberries, Commandant's, Dirty Travelogue. Oh, recipe, grilled eel. Scritch, 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 scritch. Hunter's letter. Hunter's roast. Keston's letter. Merchant's letter. A leftover melted shard of a ring? Was there more shards than there are required in the game? Because I've got the ring already built, and apparently I have a shard left over. Pile of notes, paper from Derma's chest. Bloody hell, what was the name of that? Oh, here! Message from Magar Varn. Burn stick together. Okay, yeah, that's not the letter that starts Act 4. That's just him being friendly. So I can go up here, but I won't be able to watch the barony while I'm up there. So I'm thinking of going west and doing the stuff in this direction. We've got the Verdant Chambers to do, which I was scared of doing on hard mode until I got more level ups. I might have enough now. And really this whole area. And I can watch the barony while I'm over there. I think also this boss I didn't do yet because it's insanely tough. Alright. I think I've convinced myself. There is one extra ring. Okay, well that settles it. Oh. So I do have the one extra. I know that there's someone told me, and it might have been you, someone told me yesterday there's like the exact amounts of like dwarven helmet chunks, and I missed one of them. So I'd have to do some major backtracking, which I'm not going to do to find the one that I missed. Alright, Mysterious Weed is done. +3 to loyalty. Ah, damn it. Okay, we gotta swing by the throne room, see what the counselor wants. Okay. That's the one we're not gonna get to in time. 11 plus 8. 19 is the lowest we can roll. Alright, so let's go deal with the counselor. If you leave someone who's waiting for you in the throne room for too long, some of them you start getting like negative stats while they get angry. And I don't know which ones do that and which ones don't. So usually when someone's in the throne room, I just sigh and run there as fast as I can. Some aren't finishable, some have extra, more bugs. I mean, it makes sense to me when you're trying to restore an artifact, if you're missing a small piece, that you could, like, okay, well, we could use this small piece of steel, just normal metal, to fill in this missing piece, you know? Like, that's not unreasonable. Because if you need every piece to make it work, then that makes me think you need every, like, atom of it. Like, not only all the chunks, but even the teeny little pieces that flaked off when you were snapping it apart. So, it seems viable that you get enough chunks and you can fill in the gaps. What does the sky metal make? Ooh. Does anyone else know the answer to that question? I've not finished the Sky Metal one. I've finished the ring, the helmet in my other playthrough. I missed a piece in this one. And there's some other item I've got completed right now. I don't remember what it is. The Sky Metal is the last item. But do you know what it turns into? At the end of my game, it's 8 strength and an at-will ray attack. It's sharks with lasers on their heads. Oh man. These load screens are getting long. Someone said, I can't prove or deny this, one person wrote on the forums that this game has a memory leak, which means the longer it's left open, the worse the load times get, so relaunching the game periodically can help. Here's the problem you see in my research apparently, culture are left on. Oh, this is when you get another advisor. It would be well to open a printing house. Minus 100 BP, plus 5 culture. Well, it better be free to place it if I just paid for the damn thing. This another present? Yay, full plate. That's some money. Thanks, Dragon. That's a cool name, Dragon. Alright, so we should be able to assign another advisor. This is Evil McMatic and his pet Smilodon. It was the perfect picture for a barbarian mad dog with a Smilodon pet. Doesn't get better than that. He's got fingerless gloves because he shops at Barbarian Hot Topic. Visors. Storyteller is the best, apparently. Does this use charisma? I could with some work, I could probably get Lindsay's charisma above this guy's stat. But right now, he's the best one. Oh, he's in the middle of the thing right now. Support the counselors and voters. Alright. Okay. Alright. So there's going to be a few load screens out of here. And then I guess we can start heading toward the Northern Gnarl Marches until Varnhold explodes. Spoiler alert. Act 4 is shit going down in Varnhold. When that happens, we're going to have to run to the northeast. Teamwork feats can make your party very powerful. They can. They can indeed. I think Outflank is my favorite teamwork feat. Outflank is like when 2 or more people with Outflank are hitting the same target, they each get +4 to hit instead of the usual +2 to hit. So I like having that on just everybody. Okay.
All
27th of business. I wish there was a thing here where I could, like, load from this room all the way to the... I've heard people using mods to do that, but you can't get, like, Steam achievements or, like, proof that you completed the game if you mod it out, I think. But I did read that someone had made a mod to go from the throne room straight back to the world map. Will-o-wisps are well protected against magic attacks. What was the axe we got earlier? It's like the De-Illuminator or something. It did like 2d6 extra damage only against wisps. It's like, I hate balls of light. Ah. It's load times, man. Well, after this game, when we finish this, I don't see myself doing another playthrough with the game in its current state after I've finished it through one time. But once I finish this, I'll have to decide on another game. I've had some people say Divinity Original Sin 2 which I've played through that. I've beaten it twice. Once was on hardcore mode, so I would do hardcore again. I'm willing to play it again. It was fun. A few people have shown interest in me doing Pillars of Eternity. That's one thing I'm thinking of. Oh, what's that full plate mail that we got? Let's compare that to Valsyrie's. Dragon Scale Plate. +2 and 30 acid resist. Okay. That's better than what we got now. Let's do it. Alright, let's sell the old full plate right now, because it's very, very heavy. Full plate +2. Leather armor. Yeah, no one's gonna use that. Alright, let's head on out. You know what might help my loading time? If I just delete my the old save files from my challenging mode game 2 days and 12 hours in. Let's delete some of those. So I think it's like every save file adds like 50 megabytes to the loading time or something for some reason. Again, I read it on the internet, so it must be true. Let's do that. And then we'll make a new save. Do that. Wait a minute, did I need to talk to Tristan again after coming back to town? Oh shoot, he's like in the tavern or the throne room, isn't he?
That is not far.
No, wait, he's usually over here, right? Yeah, he's right there. Okay. Let me see if he has anything to say about that cult, or if I just have to wait on him to do something else. When I was a druid, I did enjoy turning into an air elemental in town to zip around with 50 speed. That was a little more bearable. This is the flag of my kingdom. A bunch of white hands that people are leaving hanging. No one's giving them high fives. Mm-mm. 900 XP for talking to Tristan at this point in time. Okay. So I guess, well, I'm glad I talked to him. Damn, 900? So now I just need to wait for him to do an update, I guess. I know at some point, like in the part of the game I've done, around the Varnhold area, Octavian and Gronagar have a quest come up, and Harem has a quest come up. I think Valerie has one more step of hers that I've done, and so does Ikun. Jubilos doesn't. And then Tristan, of course. Act 5 is basically the real Tristram. What has he been doing? Dun dun dun. Even when I was using companions, I didn't use Reganagar, because I didn't... If I was going to use a Magus in a party, it would be as the person I'm directly controlling, because they're very hands-on. If you leave them to just run around on automatic, they can get in trouble really easy. Because they're half casters that run into melee range. So they can get popped if you're not careful. That's why, other than my fighter, all my melee people have reach weapons, so even when they charge into melee, they don't get completely into the enemy's melee range, so that the attention is on the fighter or the cats. Alright, save game. Let's see. So we're only halfway to level. I might could do that now. I might need to wait till level 11 to do that. I'm not sure. So let's do, oh, shoot. Alright. Let's see what's going on here and make this the last thing. So many interruptions, Kingdom. So many interruptions. I actually like doing the little stuff with the cards and all. I just hate the the loading times are awful. Like for anyone who played World of Warcraft in Draenor or after, you got like a garrison. It was like a table that you did like this with these cards. You'd send your people on missions and stuff. And a lot of people I knew didn't like it. I loved it. I love just like getting stuff over time. Ah, darn it. That's the curator? Isn't that the storyteller? I don't know what I can do for him. Oh, oh guys, the storyteller I just got can do this problem that I thought I was guaranteed going to fail in a few days. Nice. 7 and 8. So, as a 19 out of 20 chance of success. Well, I'm glad that popped up in my face. Alright. Let's see something. Okay, they're all busy, so I can't really see what the other options are. Alright. Oh, that's another thing. I didn't build the new printing house that I apparently just paid for. I need to build that new printing house in the barony. Get my newspaper on. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come right here.
I tire.
Of course you do. I'm gonna save the game, and then tomorrow I'm gonna try this out, which is where you have to go there solo. And if I can't handle it on hard mode solo at this level, I'll just reload to this point, and I will go off and do the other area first. So let us save here. And I'm gonna wrap things up there. So, as always, thank you all for coming. I love having you guys here. If you're not here, I'm just a crazy guy talking to himself in his house. So I appreciate the company and you guys hanging out with me. If you're new here, I stream every single night from at least 9 p.m. to midnight Eastern Standard Time, often more than that. If you want to know exactly when I log on for the nights I log on early, hit that follow button and it'll make it easy for you to tell. And I always raid someone at the end of my stream, so if you are willing, stick around another like 60 seconds in chat after the stream ends, and I'm going to find another stream to bounce us over to, and we're going to make somebody's night and make them happy, and after that you can choose whether you stay or not. If you don't like them, you don't have to stick around. So y'all have a good night, and I hope to see you tomorrow, and the raid will begin in just a minute.